Robin shouldered his way into the crowd and soon came near the front, where he paused to ask what was going on. He was told that 3 young men had been caught killing deer in Sherwood, and as Prince John had left special instructions on his last visit to Nottingham that the forest laws were to be strictly enforced. All 3 of them were to be blinded with hot irons. "This is no public spectacle, but a cruel, unlawful wickedness," said Robin. "Aye, so it is, good beggar," agreed the stout yeoman who stood beside him. "But the sheriff has proclaimed that this horror must be done in public, as a warning to other people." "Are you free Englishmen and will raise no hand to save these poor youths?" asked Robin. "There are 20 of the sheriff's guard armed with swords," answered the yeoman sullenly. "Moreover, most of us are known men, and if we raised a hand, not only we, but our wives and children would suffer." "And the youths have broken the law." Robin pushed his way right to the front. The crowd was crying shame upon the sheriff, Prince John, and all Normans. This pity and encouragement to the prisoners. Robin shouted louder than anyone else. His words were of hatred to the 3 lawbreakers. Presently, a man in a leather apron, obviously the executioner, strode past and drew a wicked-looking iron shaped like a tuning fork from a brazier, and after deciding that it was hot enough, started back again towards the prisoners. But by now, the crowd had closed up even nearer. The executioner had almost to push his way. As he passed Robin, he tripped suddenly. Robin uttered a cry, lurched forward as if pushed from behind, and landed on the man's back. There was an awful yell, and the crowd drew away hastily as the captain of the guard strode forward with several of his men. Roughly, they dragged Robin to his feet, and then the executioner, but the letter U on his face. And in falling, Robin had broken several of his ribs. "Noble worship," whined Robin. "The crowd pushed me. I fell. I could not help it. Oh, do not punish a poor beggar. Spare me, I pray." "Hold him down and give him 20 strokes with a belt," ordered the captain. "Or stay. Fellow, you may go free if you perform the office of executioner in place of the man whom you have injured." "Right willingly, oh, right willingly, most noble sir," exclaimed Robin, while the crowd groaned and then cursed him. "Make haste then," said the captain. "There will be trouble if we delay longer." "Let me first see that the villains are well bound," said Robin, and picked up the bow which he had used as a staff. He limped towards the gallows, to the base of which the 3 young men were lashing securely with thick ropes. Robin examined each in turn, bending low over and fingering the knots. Then, leaving his staff behind, he limped back to the brazier, picked up the iron, and he went. As soon as his iron's white hot, he called out, "I'll see that the right man gets it in the face." The captain then stood forward and once more read out the charge against the 3 men, the law which they had broken, the punishment appointed, and the Prince John's special charge as to its enforcement. Before he had finished, Robin took the iron out of the fire and carried it all glowing hot towards the gallows, while a low murmur of hate and loathing rippled around the crowd. Robin came to the foot of the gallows, raised the iron as if to press the points into the first man's eyes. Then he turned suddenly, straightened himself up, and hurled it with deadly accuracy into the face of the captain of the guard. There was a moment of petrified silence and stillness, broken only by the captain's yell of agony. During it, Robin flung off the beggar's coat, took up his bow, and had an arrow ready on the string.
Make way for Robin Hood and his 2 new followers.